Okay. Hopefully we are good. Oh shit, that's right. I gotta... Alright. Let's fucking go. What was I gonna do first? Alright, I gotta get in a bunch of sprite sheets. Okay. Yo, yeah, let's do it, man. It's all night boring Godot session. Let's go. Yeah, sorry, we're on the degen hours right now. I wasn't even sure if anyone would be up, to be honest. I'll try to fix it ASAP. It's honestly, you're not going to be missing anything too exciting. There is some cool shit to show. Like before I even do this, such as I am finally happy with the way the particle. I'm pretty sure I am pretty happy with the way the particles scroll over like that now. It's not making me nauseous. It's pretty aesthetic. So I think it looks good. I think it flows with the flow of eye or whatever you want to call it. Happy with that. But yeah, basically we just have a bunch of odds and ends. It's just like, it's really like routine. Like we're just punching in spells and like dropping it. You know, there's like 4 or 5 spells that need to be punched in, and it's just kind of, so it's just going to be like, I think it's going to be like 3 days of like routine tedious shit, and then we're good to go. First I gotta pull up clip real quick because it's got a bunch of stuff I need to check. What was I punching in? Oh yeah, that's right, the shield stuff. Okay. Alright, so we'll just get these in first. I just have to pull this up to keep track of the timeline. So basically, yeah, we just got to make it so that from the enemy's point of view, or from your point of view or whatever, the enemy can use a summon a shield. Thank you, Ellen. Apparently nobody has gotten Pixel Perfect Sprite 3D rendering to work ever. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'm really interested in that. Yeah. If you can, you know, do some cool shit there, I'm super interested to see what you can do. Because I've thought about that myself. There was a time where I was interested in that type of thing, like doing that type, but then I realized, like, yeah, like how much work goes into like getting like a... Holy shit, that's awesome. Oh, badass, Nova, thanks. Yeah, I'm really curious about that. I'm curious because I know that like he hired you know, he hired a really, really good artist for like the cover and stuff. But then I think someone else did the actual in-game assets and stuff. So I'm curious what. Oh shit! What was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. This is gonna be annoying. Lots of like little like file drag and dropping shit right now. But yeah. At any rate, I'm excited to see what went into that. Because I mean, Needy Girl is kind of a visual aesthetic cousin of what I'm making here, so where is my shit? No, not there. There we go. Okay. Alright, so spells, just drop this in here. Shields. Speaking of getting cool like shader stuff to work in Godot, Ace Rolla started working in it now, which yeah, here we go. Which made it everyone makes fun of Godot. Not for long now. Now that we got him on. Now that we got him on our side. Okay. Alright, so that's in these shields in one. Okay, alright, good. Those are both in now. Alright, let's get the sprite going. Oh, sick. Yeah, let's take a look. Oh shit, this is sick. Yeah, damn, that's crazy. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because there was a time where I was actually considering this exact type of thing for you know, for like a graphical approach, and because I think it's sick as an approach. Like I think it's got a you know, I think it's like a very enjoyable type thing because you can it. The main reason I wanted to do such a thing at one point was because of because I really like Mother 1, and I like how, you know, it's like pixely, but it does like the pseudo depth thing. And yeah, that's right, we gotta uncenter the, hold on, sorry, my bad. Yeah, it does, you know, the pseudo depth thing and whatever, and it's like, oh, it'd be nice to just, you know, have that vibe, but in you know, but with the environments actually 3D rendered. And The reason I didn't want to do that type of thing for castles, just because I decided going in that I just wanted to reference like Mario RPG. With like a non-real time thing and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I think that's badass. All right, let's see. What was the? All right, 85 divided by 2. 42. And 1. 7 divided by 2. Oops. 98. Yeah, so basically if you don't manually set the offset, if you just let it like center, if you just let it calculate on its own, it causes like all sorts of like weird problems when you're using a like a viewport thing like I am. It causes all these like weird like rounding errors and shit. So that's why I punch in all my offsets manually. It took me like 5 hours to figure out what was causing it one time, because I was like, it doesn't cause any issues on this computer, but like I switched it to another computer and suddenly it just shit the bed. Shit. I hate that I have to keep turning off the screen. I just don't know. Let's see. 12. Okay, so that's 11. Wait. No, it's 0. It's 0. Oh, no. I literally forgot which one's H and which one's B. Yeah, no, that's what we want, right? Yeah. All right, we're good. Did someone say story demo? Yeah, Cam, we are almost there. We are legit almost there. Oh, interesting, Elno. I see. Yeah, that's sick. Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, new Toho dropping. I don't think I even touched 19 at all, to be honest. Like I can't tell you a single thing about it. Thinking about it, I think you know whatchamacallit, I even forgot the name of it, but the you know the beast themed one. I think that was the last one I played. At some point, I'm gonna get back into the series. But it's funny. I was saying to someone the other day, like it's kind of annoying how like it's kind of annoying how you have to kind of go like out of your way. I'm literally forgetting the screen dimensions. It's 428 by 2. 428, so 214. Wait, why is that not centered? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna manually place it. But yeah, it's kind of annoying that I have to like go out of my way to run into Toho stuff now, as opposed to, you know, if it was like 20. Why is that so high up? As opposed to it's like 20. I don't know. 2010, 2012, whatever, on like Nico Doga or whatever, like you have to like try to avoid it. Whereas like whether I like it or not, whether I give a crap or not, I'm gonna learn about like every single, you know, Blue Archive character. I would like to play that at some point because Skaji said it was like badass, but it's like it's just kind of annoying. Oh wait, shit, wrong screen. It's kind of annoying how yeah, Toho has entered a state where you have to go out of your way for it now. Okay, so basically what we're gonna have to do is whoever summons the shield is gonna have to fade out and like move to the side a little bit. Let's just see if this is working properly. Oh, come on. Okay. And we're gonna have to reduce the glow on the... Alright, that's good. Now we gotta punch in the animation. This is why you don't make an RPG, because there's no end of tedious bullshit to do. We'll just call this I think trigger is the word I use. They all have to use the same word. Oh, attack. The word is always attack. Even if it's not an attack, it has to say attack. Yes, Wily Beast. That's right. Fuzzy just woke up. Yeah, exactly. Oh, good point. Yeah, because of like Ray Taisai and stuff. Yeah. Oh, there's 3 of them a year. Yeah, it probably will be Nova. Yeah. Fuzzy and Elnu on the opposite. I mean, that's... If Fuzzy's getting up this early, I assume you're on the non-24. You're on the non-24 pill. No one would willingly get up this early. Okay, now we gotta check the timings in Clip Studio and match them. Okay, so this shit is just mad tedious and not fun. This is normally what you would have a slave do. And maybe one day I'll have enough money to hire one. There's this one dude I know who would be like the best secretary ever. And I'm always like annoying him for stuff like feedback or whatever, or just like miscellaneous thoughts about shit. If I had money, I would hire him to be my secretary and do shit like this for me. 1, 2, 3. I caught this one JB stream, like John Blow, where he was saying the same shit. It's like, oh, I have no money, so I have to do this shit I would make like an intern do. Alright, now it's all just 1 from here. Okay. Move in with Will. Yeah, true. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't know that. All now. All right, I'm gonna have to switch. I'm gonna have to switch to Ace, right? That was the clencher. All right, we'll switch next time. All right, now we gotta make the glow not hurt your eyes. We want some glow, though, obviously. We just don't want it to be like... We just don't want it to be like blinding. That amount's probably maybe okay for that frame. I guess we'll just start with like that for now. Move out there. Oh shit. The nice thing about the glow is you can kind of like, carry, you can carry weaker parts of the animation with the glow. Like there's a couple attacks that like definitely look a bit worse without it. I feel like that's just a little too much. Maybe that's fine. Let's see what happens. I guess like that's fine. Let's see how this looks. It's a little bit. It's hurting my eyes slightly. It still like slightly hurts my eyes, but. Alright, let's just go down a little more. Let's try that. I think it's because the issue is that, yeah, it's flashing because this frame, yeah, it ends up effectively flashing, so we have to brighten up this part. Oh, there's one other thing we gotta set it to. I forgot we gotta set it to discrete. Okay, because otherwise it'll start loading in like little like interpolation glows in here. All right, that shit's just way too bright. Let's move that over. Let's just move this over here. Alright, I think that'll do it. I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. It's all grid aligned. Yeah, it's all grid aligned. Elnu. Like we have a we're rendering onto a sub viewport, which basically makes it so that everything is actually the actual native res of the game. Everything is actually just and you'll be able to actually set the window to whatever, basically any multiple of 428 by 240. You can like, oh wait, shit, I can't just do that right now because it has to change an internal variable as well. But at any rate, you will be able to. Oops, I gotta revert that. Oops, whatever. Yeah, basically, you'll be able to set the window to any multiple of what was that? 428 by 240. which I think is cool. Oh yeah, Epic. Yeah. See, I like that a lot too because like one of the nice things is that like because sometimes the appeal of playing like Famicom games like on emulator and stuff is that I can just play them and like same with like GBA games and shit. Like you can play them in tiny windows and they're just like lightweight and kind of like fun for that. Like it lowers the investment. It lowers the. I know like for a lot of people that probably has like a negative connotation because they want to like immerse in all that. But the thing is that there's a lot of advantages to something feeling like lighter weight. Because it's not like just because you. It's not like just because you like okay, take something like Tetris. Okay, someone could fire up Tetris on like a GBA emulator or whatever, and it's in a tiny window, and maybe they're chatting with friends while playing Tetris and not taking it that seriously and whatever. But what happens when they start like worrying about their high score and stuff? What happens when the Tetris starts getting a little heated? They stop thinking about what's outside the tiny window and they start taking it really seriously even though they initially approached it with like a lighter a lower investment. And that's how I want Castle to be. It's the type of thing you can play in a tiny window if you want while like not taking it super seriously, but then like once like you start reading the text and getting attached to the characters and shit, then you're like, oh shit, then you can't get away. That's my vision basically. Shit, I gotta check. Toby honestly did a lot of the same shit for Undertale. That's not entirely like my own original idea. Like Toby did put a lot of that intent into Undertale. Oh shit! I just realized I just realized I punched in the wrong offset for the other sprite. Like the offset doesn't really matter that much. It's kind of arbitrary, but I did punch in. Yeah. I punched in like an offset that doesn't really make sense for the other. Or I guess I'm gonna change that. I might as well, because it doesn't really matter at all, but maybe it could cause problems later. I foresee it causing a problem, so I'm gonna fix it. -73 and glow in 2D pixel animations make me think of Triangle Strategy or Guardian Tales. Triangle Strategy. Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, Triangle looked good. Did that end up being good? $282 divided by 141. 141. Bloom fixes all right. Yeah, crank the bloom and then it'll really look next gen. Sick. I always wanted another like game like FF Tactics, like the original FF Tactics, because that game is just so freaking good. And the closest thing there was Ogre Tactics Ogre before it, which I'll have to play at some point, but I don't get the feeling it's quite as interesting. Wait, what am I doing here? I just fixed the... Okay, basically I just fixed the offsets. And now I'm trying to... Why is it not working? I can't tell what the hell I'm... Genuinely can't tell what the hell this thing's issue is. Why is it, why has it stopped listening to any... Oh, because I'm looking at the other one. Okay. Okay, yeah, so it moved it over a little bit. That's fine. We're just gonna... Oh, that's probably why... Yeah, that's why it wasn't centering with the right. Okay. That's why it wasn't centering properly. Okay. Alright, so now this one... Yeah, this is correct now. That's the correct offset for this one. So now 214, we'll center it. Wait. How much should I... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then since it can just dupe the... Wait, what? Was it? Was it not... Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we're good. Yeah, I don't know how, like, every time I look it up on forums or whatever, they always say, like, there's really, like, there's no options for, it's all, like, invisible. Like, if you duplicate an animation player thing, it will link them, but there's no way, there's no, like, actual checkbox to, like, unlink or whatever, so just, like, weird ass shit like that. There's probably a way to get around it, it's just, like, most people don't know. But yeah, I intentionally wanted to link these ones, but sometimes I accidentally link ones I don't want linked. Okay, so this is for when you're... This is for when you're more zoomed out. Well, when the enemy is more zoomed out. Which you can't really see right now because the mask is on. But... Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just like play... When I go to play it, I'll probably just play the original version just to make sure. If I play it, I don't know. I probably wouldn't want to play it without like verifying the storytelling is interesting enough first. I'd probably watch someone else play a chunk of it before deciding that I actually want to play it. I also definitely like Yoshida's character designs better than the other character designer. Not that the other ones aren't cool, but I like the FFT aesthetic a lot more. All right. Okay, so now that that's in, we can do the whole... We can make this work now. So now we just got to code it so that when the enemy uses shield, the right shit happens. Script's getting massive. I guess... Well, what did I do for Shadow? Because whatever I did for that, I'll just use the same logic. As far as special cases go. Yeah, so it'd be the same logic as this. So we give it give it its own spell style. It's just basically going to be an exact paste of this. John. Yoko Taro, Zune, Hideo Kojima, and Tatsuki Fujimoto works on a game. What happens? Kojima does absolutely nothing because he hires ghostwriters, so his work is already done. I don't know what Yoko Taro does, to be honest. I haven't played enough of his games. I only played through Dragon Dragoon. At some point, we're gonna play Nier. I'll probably play both Niers on stream. I don't know what Yoko Taro does. He makes it meta. He makes it so that it's about. He makes it so that it's like Undertalean. It's about reflecting on the ethics of game menus, and then Tatsuki Fujimoto just he's the actual writer, and he makes it terrible. He just writes the worst shit you've ever read in your life. Oh, we already have it. Support sub. Okay, sick. Power doesn't. Fuzzy. I honestly don't know if I'm actually gonna play it that soon, because I usually think of SMT games as big time sinks. I am very interested in the gameplay though. That and I don't even remember what number they're on, but the latest SMT. I am interested in the. Okay, let's put it this way. I promise you, I'll at least get like a taste of the game loop. I'll at least put some hours in. Get a taste of the game loop. No, we don't want this. We don't want any of this. There should be a substate. There should be a substate variable though. The main reason I want to make time for Nier is just because like everyone told me that I need to experience Yoko Taro's writing. And so far, the only thing I've experienced from him is DOD, which I like a lot, but it's like it's not like a normal thing. It's like this incoherent, it's like this borderline incoherent, what is it? Yeah, substitute. I don't want these. I don't want these cringe getters and setters. I don't like. I don't like. I don't like OOP. I think it is cringe. Wait, what? Where's the shadow state? Where is the shadow state? Okay, here we go. Sub-state. Based in John Bloom. It's like 120 hours long. Yeah, that's exactly what I expected. Yes, true, Nova. True that. People who hate anime are the worst for anime. Yeah. The second worst would be. I honestly don't know. There's a lot of bad things out there. Trash Taste. I don't know. Trash Taste podcast. Just Gig. Just Pick your poison. Doesn't matter. It's all Alien versus Predator at that point. I'm watching Technolize. Nice. I plan on watching at some point. I kind of like background watch some of it because of some artists, mostly just to peek over at some artists that my brother and I like. But I'll give it a proper watch at some point. Substate. All right, so basically we need to create a thing where there needs to be an animation for when you do a sub. And both the close mode needed and the not close mode need it. Okay, so that's that. Shit, don't do that. That's that, and let's add. We'll call it sub, I guess. Yeah, like trash. Exactly. Yeah. They're like my archetype. They're like my archetypal irony weeb. Self-loathing irony weeb. Oh shit, this is kind of annoying because we're just like assuming the. I think what's going to happen at some point is there will be a node holding all the enemies, and then they can define their position relative to the. We're not going to worry about relative positioning for now. We're just gonna go ahead and pop that in, and we are going to. It's pretty similar to. I'm just gonna do something pretty similar to how like Showdown represents sub use. Your character moves over. They move backward a little bit. And then they. Okay, that's way too slow. They move back. Yeah, like that. Maybe even faster. Yeah, like that. And I'm probably going to get rid of the interpolation because it's like, I don't know, maybe not. And then basically they go a little transparent to represent that they're not the active target. Whoa, what is that shit? They go transparent. I'm wondering if for aesthetics I should increase. No, that looks. Yeah, I mean, I think that looks good, I guess. The question is, would this, because this animation is gonna. Whatever. Let's just do it. Not gonna overthink it. Yes, John. It starts in school. Like, if you're lucky enough to go to a better school, they'll teach you the absolute raw basics. Like, here's a plot diagram. Here's how you identify conflict. Here's like how to identify motifs. Here's like the difference between a climax and a resolution. Here's they kind of talk about mood and author voice slightly. And then that's about where it ends. That's if you got lucky. That's if you got lucky with like a good school. Some of them just teach absolutely nothing whatsoever. So yeah, it's school's fault. It is school's fault. Yes, that is a problem too, Nova. Yeah, that's the bigger issue, to be honest. Is people talking when they don't know. All right, this but less. We're gonna get rid of the. We're gonna get rid of the interpolation. Maybe just no, that's not gonna look good. It needs a Be nice if there was a button to just generate the space in between, but I guess we'll just do it manually. Try that for now. But that is... Whoa, that got fucked up. That's why I'm trying to teach people. Alright, that's a little jerkier than I would like. We'll get one more in there. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to fix. That's why I gotta keep making analyses and stuff. Next video is kind of analysis, but the next video won't be nearly as educational as the Mario one was, because it's more of a review. It's many things at once, but it should still be extremely cool, and it's gonna go hard. I honestly think next video is gonna make me like. I think it's gonna seriously put the channel on the map. If I'm to be perfectly honest, I feel like she goes a little too far out from it. No, that's probably good. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. That's good. So. The only issue now is just that too much distance is traveled in this. I probably should have mathematically calculated this or whatever. Let's try it out. Oh, I see. I knocked her down too much. Let's try that. Yeah, I mean, let's go with that. Let's just go with that. You're not really going to even notice this is happening because it's going to happen as the shield appears, so you're mostly just going to be focused on the shield. Okay. Now we just need to see the... Wait, can you even see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can. My school only gave me the bare minimum 3-act structure. Yeah, just so like, yeah, barely even hitting the... That's what I hear a lot of people say. I find it stupid that so many people don't even know what the hero's journey is. Yeah, that's about the bearer. Like, if they can at least teach you a couple basic examples of like a plot archetype, that's certainly better than nothing. It's probably a bigger problem with U.S. schools post-communist. but they're traumatized. Yeah. I'm going through my creative journey. I'm primarily right. I want to work more on. That sounds good. Digital Mind Palace. Explain what that means. How can it be digital and a mind palace? Do you have like an Elon? You have like an Elon chip? Got chipped. Interestingly, I have near flawless recollection when it comes to functional elements of stories I'm currently working on. But I have extremely bad memory with pretty much everything else. But like if I'm working on a story, I have the plot like rock solid in my head and like everything that goes into making the plot work and everything. But I can forget things like even shit like character names and stuff sometimes. And then otherwise, in general, I just have really, really bad memory of every kind, like short term, mid-term, long term. It doesn't matter. My memory is just extremely, extremely bad. But my memory is basically perfect when it comes to remembering the functional parts of stories. Okay, nice. This just translated. Okay. You can't tell because she's cut because of the mask, but it doesn't matter. Alright, so this should work from both Zooms. Why did I even... Oh, no, yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay, we're almost there. We just gotta do a few more things, and then we're good to go. A mind garden. Interesting. Nova was in AP literature. I was not in AP. I was in honors. I don't know if that's the same thing. I think that's different. I remember it like AP was super honors. Like there's honors and then there's AP. We were only reading books like Oedipus. We had to identify themes in the books and knowledge check. Yeah, that sounds pretty like I went to a middle school with a teacher who was like unusually, for school standards, unusually interested in how literature works. So the middle school education was like way better than usual, and then I went to high school and it got shit again. Literature class, we identified plot point structure, did character analysis, theme. Wow, that's pretty epic. You definitely don't hear that a lot. I mean, a lot of the time too, especially like once it gets to like college, it tends to be super cooked because most colleges and stuff it becomes entirely cultural. Like it just becomes like, what are the, like literature is only valued for what elements of propaganda it has. So they just end up saying like, what do we think this author was trying to say about, capitalism? And that's it. That's the entire, that becomes literature. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. All right, so let's just make sure that this works. One time I was talking with a dude about, like, analyzing some crap, and he didn't get what I was trying to say at all when I was trying to talk about, like, analyzing, like, function and stuff in a story. Like, what's the most important plot beat? What are the functional plot beats of this story? Like, can you even build a basic broad cause and effect chain and stuff. He didn't. It kept going over his head. He didn't get anything. And like after like literally like an hour of talking to this dude, he finally was just like, "Oh, wait, analysis isn't just like trying to figure out what the author intended." And I was just like, it was like a crazy, it was a hardcore bra moment. Basically, he was saying how like in college they told him that there's nothing to analyze beyond beyond an author's intention, which is like madness. Yeah, AP is like honors, and the funny thing about AP Lit teachers use also my. Oh, so you must have been in like a smaller type school. Yeah, you probably exactly. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely no. But sometimes they're afraid of having them read a book at all. Like sometimes they would just like have them like watch like fucking movies and stuff. It's kind of insane. Yeah, it's very common, John. If you really start going balls deep into reading and writing and stuff, you're just gonna, prepare for like if you really work hard at it, prepare for the distance. Prepare for that feeling to just get a lot worse, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It just gets worse. It doesn't get better. It doesn't get worse before it gets better. It just gets worse. Eventually, though, if you practice talking about things very articulately, at least, you can eventually start getting your ideas out about things very well, at least. So that's good. Sometimes it's less about teaching the other person and more about just getting someone to concede that you know your shit and they don't. Okay. Although both are good. Alright, we gotta set it so that we just gotta make it so that Rhea uses shield every turn. CPU behavior. What's behavior, choose barrier, behavior, choose target. Right. There's no choose attack, right? We're just loading in the attacks manually for the moment. Okay. I kind of forgot how to navigate this fucking massive pile of shit. Okay, here we are. All right, so let's make it so that when you select a spell, oh shit, we gotta switch. We gotta make it so she switches to the right barrier. We gotta switch her main barrier. This is kind of annoying. This is why another coder would be nice, because then I could have them just work on like debug tools and shit instead of having to do like jank ways of debugging. Let's just comment this out for now. And let's just make it so that first spell is shield, and then let's make it so that when you I think it's already set that they use the first spell. Yeah, it's already set so that they use the first spell when they... Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Yo, Unim. We are back. We're like actually back though, for real. We're not just saying we're back. We're gonna get a demo out. We got a huge video in the works this month. This is gonna be an insane month. This month is gonna be legit insane. You will be shot. You will shit bricks. Wait, what? What the fuck did she just do? That was not what was supposed to happen. Okay, it's using the right spell, but it's not doing any of the right animations or any of that shit. It's being cringe. Oh, I see. Because it's not set as a support move. It's not going to support, it's going to attack. That's why it's not working. So we have to make sure it does that. What did John say? You need more Japanese stuff. Get a Topre keyboard, HHKB or Real Force. Carl Lee 1. Awesome. Thank you, Carl. I will for sure, Unim. I definitely will very soon. It's actually kind of high on my priority just because the anime's airing right now. I did watch the first episode and I thought the directing for the first episode was really good, but like and there was more good drawings than I was expecting. But yeah, you can definitely feel like it's too bad. You can feel that tug of war with the budget, but I liked what I saw so far. Hopefully they can keep that up. But yeah, yes, that is a nice touch for sure. Absolutely. I'm totally looking forward to watching it soon. I'll show you real quick. After I watched it, I doodled a quick, it's not done, I'll have to finish it later. You can't see what's on my screen right now, right? Yeah, good. We drew Umi real quick. Just a quick doodle. I'll probably finish this at some point. Give it a proper ink and finish. Sorry, wait. That might have been too fast. There she is. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of shit airing I would like to watch. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, my diss tracks go hard in summer pockets. Oh, good night, Fuzzy. The battle demo will definitely not release tonight, but within 3 days, probably for sure. I need 1 day just to finish it, just to clean up sound effects and stuff, so we know that much. But yes, very soon, very soon. Have a good night. But yeah, yeah. I was Mono. I don't know if I don't know if I ran into that, but Ninkoro for sure. I was gonna watch. I'll try to make time for anime again because I was thinking how it's really like if you make shit, it's really not good to it's really not good to not watch anime regularly. Oh, that's right. I'm doing this jank solution where I just I'm legit just oring a bunch of shit. It's not good to not watch anime regularly because it's such a there's just so much that like goes into it, and it's such a good like visualizer, whether it's like for art or writing or whatever. It's such a good it just stimulates your mind in a very important way. And it's kind of a shame that I fell out of watching that much anime over the last several years. Oh, shit. Why didn't it do the thing? And then why did it stop? Oh, okay. I know what's... Alright, there's several things to fix here. This is going to be annoying. Why did it not... Oh, it didn't play the fucking thing because I didn't tell it to. First off, the first issue is that the shield isn't even... Oh, good night, Nova. Yeah, the sprite's not even loaded in, so we gotta do that real quick. Okay. I guess it would just go in here. Well, I guess not. No, I don't think it would. Honestly, the organization, the organization of this entire script is a bit sussy, but we'll just keep going with it for now. Where did I put the other shield? I just put it there. Let's just... I guess we might as well just put the E-shield there as well. I guess this is fine. No, don't do that. I'll probably move a bunch of shit into its own like container or something at some point, but not super worried about it for now. Because at some point, it's probably going to... Oh, good night, Eleanor. Yeah, absolutely. You can expect me on for at least until the Bat Sim comes out. The Bat demo, battle demo. And I'll probably... Most of the work on the story demo, I'll probably be doing on stream as well. So. But yeah, I'll probably rewrite this stuff at some point later so that it just loads into memory. Like I'll make a container thing so that it just grabs it. Instead of grabbing and loading into memory every single spell in the game, every single battle or whatever, it just grabs the stuff that the characters in the battle are going to use. Is probably what I'll do. I mean, everything in this game, that's the nice thing about it being like the internal resolution being so low. Everything is so lightweight and shit loads in like a split second for it. So, you know, we're never gonna run into like a yick situation where like the battles are like taking forever to load and shit. What will happen though is we do have to, for really shitty computers, like my really shitty laptop, it does need to cache the animations. Like it needs the animations cached, or their first play will be slow if the animation doesn't cache. So we're gonna have to create some code that like quickly caches like all the animations at like some logical time. The Blood Thief dude basically ran into that issue, but with the shaders, like for his game, like he had to like force the game to cache all the shaders right at the start, which I think you do by just basically throwing them all at the. You basically cover the screen so that the player can't see it, and then you basically just make Godot fucking throw everything at once behind like the. Like you just make it render a bunch of shit and then it'll cache it automatically. And that's like, apparently that's like literally the only way to do it. So there's no function that's like, hey, cache this animation. Oh, the vid unim. It's this comprehensive. It's this mammoth of a vid. You can actually see it at the top of the stream right now. It says like the progress for what I'm working on. The Toby video. It's the Toby video. It's codename Toby video. Okay, so what it is it's basically me. The main theme of the video is basically like things only I noticed about Toby Fox and Undertale. And basically it's me doing a basic thematic analysis rundown of it that doubles as a like author like / cultural analysis of Toby as a person and creator and his relationship to otaku media, how he has this like weird kind of weird like I'm into Japanese games but I'm not really an otaku thing. And yeah, so basically we gotta check the players in. Yeah, so basically if oh yeah. So basically on top of that, I'm actually also going to be dropping a lot of a shockingly large amount of like war shit analysis type stuff, believe it or not, that like only I know as the true Toby Fox superfan. Like there's unironically like a ton of fucking like lore mystery crap that how do you check the current zoom? Yeah, there's unironically a ton of like lore crap that I. Where is the zoom? Because spells have zoom, but what's the? Do combatants not have zoom? I have a zoom value. I always forget how I ended up structuring this shit. Yeah, so basically, at any rate, that's what it is. There's this one part about Hussey that's so fucking funny. Okay, I guess they don't have their own Zoom. There's this one part about Hussey that's so funny that I almost want to read it off right now on stream, but I don't want to like spoil the video, so. It's so funny though. Oh wait, what am I doing? John writing in JP, hopefully not crippling me. Chugoku go ka keikoku go o manabo to mote ta no no desu ga dochira no kuni ni mo tanoshimeru. Was that Yoshi? Yoishits ga media ga sukunai desu desu. Yes, I agree. Hopefully you didn't. Hopefully that's not crippling my Japanese. But yeah, I do agree. I think China has some stuff. Like I don't. Ryoshits. That's not a word you hear every day. China has some stuff now because they're kind of developing their own like Oda scene and stuff. Korea, kind of less so. Kind of though. If someone could inject, like if I had all the time in the world, I would probably learn both. Just because like, no matter how you slice it, they are the most currently relevant like they're the closest to countries that have been given like who are getting the whole like otaku creation thing. They're not quite there yet. Like they have individuals who can draw like proper illustration. According to Skaji, Blue Archive was written very well. Skaji's a little quirky, so maybe he doesn't know what he's talking about, but yeah, by and large, they still need time. No question, they need time. They definitely still need some time. Don't put me not reading Ryoshits into the next garbage day. I'm actually gonna blame you for that one because I never see people use that word in that context. No, I'm just trolling. It's just whatever. If that's the word your heart told you to use, then I have no right to stop you. When I read the live chat, my JP ability is at 10%, unironically. If equals focus on me to use phrase. Yeah. So we just want to why do you want to know those languages, by the way? Just for bragging rights or for business opportunity? Because the main reason I would like to know them is just for business and all that shit. Just because it's like it's nice to be able to oops. To get childs. Yeah, because it's just like another huge part of the world you can talk to. Oops. Which is like, you know, nice, obviously. Yeah, it's kind of awesome. Yeah, I do like. As a kid, I did watch like a decent bit of. Me and my brother did watch a decent bit of like, you know, all the like martial arts shit. We did watch a decent bit of that. And I have a bit of a. I have a bit of a fondness for the whole Chinese thing because of it. Fuck. Alright, this should do it now, except what's going to happen now is that the shield is not going to be properly taken into account. And then it's going to get all glitchy. But hopefully up to that point it should work. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did I not do that? Why did it not do that? Oh, because it has to show. Because there's no show on the... Yeah, it has to set its visibility. Okay. All right, let's go. You must study 20 hours a day to become an employee at Samsung. Work, study 20 hours. Like, which, the fuck was his name again? You know, the parody account, the Weihan Zhang or whatever. Okay, all right, that works. So now it's doing this weird shit. First of all, okay, I was wrong. We want to get rid of one of those frames because it draws too much. She should in fact actually move more jerky into the side. First of all, this last one's just not needed. And second, I'm not even sure that last one is needed. Let's try it though. Let's just see. Am I listening to previous Howard streams first? I don't know if you can hear, but I'm listening to. I have fucking Liam on. I don't know if he's coming through. Liam is my Liam is my spirit Mario. I don't know if you can hear him, but. And then I got Suahas on the TV playing Peppa Mario, playing the Peppa Mario remake. It's a rerun. It's from when he played it. It sounds like I figured he was quiet enough where he wouldn't really come through. But I guess enjoy the Liam content. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think even though I think I'm actually gonna slow it. Yeah, that should be much better. Unironically, like I plan on speaking of video. Okay, all right. We're getting there. I plan on actually making a video at some point. It's not like super high priority. I'll probably do this after like maybe like 2 castle chapters are out or something. Maybe 3. I don't know. But like I want to make a video talking about. Okay, I see. It's getting. All right. Now the blink is fucking it up. So I think the thing is I don't like the idea that like she stops blinking just because the shield's there, the sub's there. Well, I gotta run a simulation of this in my head real quick. Because if she's like grade, well, I don't have to simulate anything. Let's just turn the blink off for now and just see how we feel about it. Yeah, I wanted to make a video talking about how watching Liam grind this like pointless speedrunning shit and how I would use it to like objectify the notion that like hard work pays off and shit. And while his streams were going, I would like grind and shit and I would practice shit. And I have a shockingly large amount of insightful shit to say about that. Okay, I think it'd be weird if she was blinking while transparent. I think that's weird. You just want to focus on the shield. What do you think, dude? If you look like, okay, so when she summons the shield, she becomes like transparent back there. You know what I mean?
Is this live?
This is live.
Yeah, it just depends on how much you want to distribute focus. Because
do you think she should not blink? Do you think she should blink while transparent back there?
Probably not.
Yeah, because it becomes too literal. It gets awkward.
I'd say no.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. All right. That solves that issue. Remember when niche online communities weren't infiltrated by mentally ill women trying to hawk all the attention? Like her granddad puts. Yeah, exactly, Charles. Yeah, that's some ancient history, John. That's ancient. That's Unk shit. Me, I'm not an Unk, so I don't remember that. I have literally no idea what you're saying. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, it is funny how the internet, I mean, talk about speedrunning. You know who laments this type of thing like you would not believe is our White Goose. Our White Goose is all about it's actually getting kind of I'm a little bit worried for him. I'm a little bit worried for Goose because he has been putting out content that's like kind of like scary. It's kind of like alarming levels of nostalgia ism like type stuff. It's a little bit alarming. So, but anyway, yeah, he's big on that. He's big on like remembering the simpler days of the internet and all that shit. One thing I will say is that okay, so wait, let me just all right, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, what we gotta do is we gotta attach the shield to her. One thing I gotta check is, can you just? I gotta check how. So, when does the has sub get set to true? I gotta. Hold on, I just gotta check some shit. Yeah, the one thing I can say is that I wish that I wish I took more advantage of the internet when it was simpler. Like I wish I was making content more proactively and like I don't know, just the 2010s is the point, the 10s throughout the 10s or whatever. Because it was just so much easier to get big back then. Like, think about like someone like Digibro. Like, he would never get off the ground in today's environment, whereas he was huge at the time. Same with like a lot of pretty much everyone who's like big on like trash taste or whatever. Like, they would never have gotten off the ground in today's Okay, so it sets has sub to true automatically, so we don't have to deal with that. Anyway, I wish I took more advantage of that. I think I was a little too focused on my pride and my ability, not so much my abilities from a practical standpoint. I think I put a little too much focus on my abilities from a prideful standpoint, which I think can make you miss opportunities, which is unfortunate, but it doesn't matter now because we're about to we're about to make history. We were born to make history. If you know, you know what I'm referring to. Okay, so that's the shield. Too bad we were watching Digimon Big Red. Yeah, exactly. Nostalgia is like the Mako poisoning that you paralyze. Yes. Very true. Very, very true. I'm an anorexic cutter teenager who loves Lane. The aesthetic, never watched the anime. I need male attention. Yes, exactly. BPD fem cells. BPD fem cells are what's going to survive out there. That's what the Twitter has been. Twitter has been scientifically engineered to make the BPD femcell into the most powerful social media boss monster. That doesn't fucking work. What the fuck? Is it because normally the sprite is the sub sprite is supposed to fade with all your shit, but it doesn't seem to work with enemies. It only seems to work with the player. Oh, it's probably because just because there's no fade out, fade in on these sub sprites. Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta give the sub sprites a fade out, fade in animation. Stuff I see on the internet is so absurd, so peak hyper reality and post modernism. Hyper reality is the best way to describe the current era. Hyper reality, does that refer to the notion that like everything on the internet is abstract but still has consequence, like reality? So that makes a lot of sense. Oh yeah, we got a bug that says that the thing doesn't even exist. That just reminded me of another one of my favorite speedrunners. Average Trey. His shit was mad fucking depressing when he tried to get into the full-time YouTube shit, and it was like really encouraging because it felt like, you know, I'm trying to make a living from the internet and shit. And it was like really cool to see him like trying to make a living from this shit. But like he was just kind of like not was hard to put his heart into it because, you know, like speedrunning's dead as fuck, and you know, kind of just an existential waste of time. Oh wait, what am I doing? Kind of just an existential waste of time in the first place. It's one of those things that like they kind of like suffered for our temporary amusement type thing. They ruined their lives for our temporary amusement. So that was an issue. He just wasn't really interested in the shit anymore. And then the second issue was that the second issue was that he put out a video that was like really mainstream baity. Like it was like a very like kind of like, it was supposed to be like a safe, like kind of watered down for the mainstream type vid, and it didn't do a fraction as well as the amount of work he put into it, and then he just got depressed and found a new job. It was one of the most miserable. Why does it do that? Why does it have to? That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to affect this one. I don't understand why it has to do that. I don't understand why it has to do that. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. That shit's super depressing. All the gamer shit. If you follow gamers. Oh, okay. These are the three. I don't even need to add that. It's just these two. If you follow like gamer dudes, like dudes who are proactive in like gamer scenes or whatever, you will find some of the most miserable, depressing shit you've ever seen. It always seems to, like, I don't know if you heard or care, but like look into the hacks, the Smash player hacks. Like look into his story. That shit is cursed as fuck. And now his mom is schizo posting on his Twitter account after he's dead. And it's super cursed. It's real dark stuff. If you have a tolerance for real dark shit, then I highly recommend it. Wait, what? Is this just pure black? Yeah, it's just pure black. Yes, it is. It is, John. Yeah, it is. It's gotten much worse for it. Like it used to be that in like a funny way. Like it wasn't like how do I explain it? Like it was always a freak show. Okay, it was always a freak show, but it was like a funny freak show. And what happened was they started closing it up. Like they started like controlling it into this like safe space shit. And they stopped like making funny shit able to happen. And then it got super cringe. Cause it was like a circus where they weren't allowed to do circus shit. Whereas, yeah, prior it was like a properly running circus. But then what happened was we got this one last hurrah with Liam Kings. If you're wondering why Liam Kings is funny and whatever, I can't sum it up. I guess just wait a few months. I'll make a vid about it. But basically, he put all this life into it for a temporary bit, but then it finally hit like its heat death, and now it's just some cringe shit no one cares about. But anyway, yeah, I always talk. I'm gonna try to not get too. I'm gonna try to not get too like pointlessly enthusiastic about this right now, just because like again, it's not that interesting for me to just like explain it to you while talking. Like you kind of need to see it in like a video form where I can actually like explain why I'm glorifying it. But like, it's hard to explain to people exactly, without like really like, getting like really emphatic, just how crazy the like 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014 era was with Saglemic and his like, meteoric rise on Twitch. Because like, you got to look at it like this, like literally these people were just absolute, like really, really like hopeless, like losers. Literally playing, literally just like addicted to playing, like, talk about like stuck in childhood, like nostalgia shit. literally stuck just like replaying their favorite like childhood games and shit. Just because they had nothing better to do. And like trying to get high scores and shit in them and fast times or whatever. And then like legit because of Twitch, like practically overnight, this became like a thing where you're getting like 10,000 viewers. Siglemic's getting like 10,000 viewers every stream. He doesn't even have to be a personality. Like he just has to go up there and like do the runs and shit. And yeah, that's like genuinely kind of insane. Like the psychological effect that had was like hard to exactly describe. Like how like it's just such an interesting story. Like it's such like an interesting narrative from like a basic narrative standpoint. Wait, why is it on this right? Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, that's all I'll say for now. I think you get what I'm getting at. It's just this crazy. It's just crazy shit. It's just so weird. It's like this. It's just this. It's just this host of contradictions all coming together in this really like poetic way. Anyway, it's all like ruined now. We can't have nice things. But it's totally safe spacified. Like they will literally not let the dude with the best time be on the leaderboard if he's being too yikesy or something. Like if he's not being like, you know, if he's not being you know, if he loses enough like good boy points, they will actually like take times off and shit. It's crazy what it's gotten to. It's truly insane. It's scary stuff. All right, well that worked. Use a JB to avoid YouTube filters. Then the CIA logged on. Yeah, exactly. Watashi wa. Watashi wa. I'm gonna read that as watashi. The Brutalist という典型的な Zionist 映画 Oh, I see, yeah. Zionist 映画を見ていたのですが、多くの映画がレイプ、同性愛、ホロコーストへの言及を加えることで映画を深くしようとしているように感じられて、不思議に思います。私に Asahakani omoimasu. Yeah, John, I mean, it's... Thanks, Anthony. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going for. Okay, all right. She's not supposed to do that again. You're not supposed to be able to use a... You're not supposed to be able to use a substitute if you already have one up. Oh, that brings the question though. What do we do when they attack with a sub? Well, we'll see. Let's just continue. Let's just see what's going on. Okay, so you use the sub. Yeah, John. Don't get me started on film. Like. Okay, so she goes back to normal, but it's not supposed to do that. Oh, there's just so much stupid shit I gotta do. I gotta make it set the shield is what turns red. There's a bunch of crap I gotta do. I think what we're gonna do is the sub will disappear when they start doing like attacks and shit. It will fade, and then it'll like fade out after they're done, and all that shit. It's kind of annoying. Yeah. Before that, though... Oh, I just realized then the sub needs like a death fade also too, which is basically just the same thing as the fade out, except it turns red as it fades out. Ah, this is so annoying. Hyperreality in relation to the internet refers to a state where digital representation such as... yeah, exactly, yeah. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, anyway, I just think film... Let's just put it this way. I think film is just a really has traditionally been used as an extremely shallow medium to make propaganda. I'm just going to put it that way. Like, I think even most celebrated films are just not good. I just think they're just literally not good. Like, maybe they had professional art directing and stuff, but like the storytelling in the medium is so barren for the most part. Film bros. No. Yeah, Anthony, like this is like a recurring thing. Like I go off on film like every single stream. Like, okay, yes, there's the good ones. There's the good ones. Not all films. Not all films. But yeah, I've seen a lot of them. I've seen a lot of acclaimed ones. I just don't think it's a good medium. I really think anime, it should just be anime. I think it's mostly a propaganda medium, and I think that even when you do get decent stuff, it gets like inflated. Like the rating of it gets like overrated, stuff like that. There's a couple things about this sprite that are now bothering me that I'm gonna have to change later. But all right. TV Pros is like another show. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just don't even get me started, man. Yeah, that's my thoughts about film in a nutshell. To put it simply, I think that if there wasn't the social cred that went with it, which has been dropping in recent years anyway, I think like most people wouldn't give a shit. I think for the most part, people were invested in film because it's a social event, and it's been a social event for so long, and it's been a thing. It's been this safe thing. It's been this way of it's been this way of keeping in touch with the mainstream, to put it simply. Not going to go as far as to say like mind control, because that'd be giving it too much credit. I don't think it's doing anything particularly fancy. It's mostly just coercive when it's being propaganda. You know, like make the thing that's not socially acceptable look stupid, or have some clear-cut, shallow, prescriptive morality to it. You know, everyone walks out of the theater knowing how they're supposed to think. You know, that's been the traditional use of the medium forever. For a very, very long time. It also reduces the intelligence of the viewers very frequently as well, compared to like, you know, having to actually read a book or something. Exactly, Anthony. You pretty much just summed up my thoughts. Yo, Proclix. We are coding. We're finishing up some battle demo stuff, which you will all be able to play once it's done. Eiga ga suki na hito tachi wa geijutsu ni tsuite hanasu toki ni gendai bijutsu ni taihai shite koten bijutsu koso ga honmono no geijutsu da toyu hito tachi ni niteru. Yeah, I think I know what you mean by that, John. Like they're very like culty. They're very like cultist like type. Like when you get like the film buff guys, like they are. Speaking of Pokemon, like if you look up like BKC, the YouTuber BKC, if you see him talk about like film, man, like I knew someone like that growing up. It's a fucking cult, and they like worship these like totally not attractive like thought celebrities, and they're just like so gross, but they're like goddesses to these people. It's so fucking creepy. Like it's genuinely creepy as fuck. It's so weird. I told this story once about how like I asked if when I was a kid, I asked if the woman on the cover of Pulp Fiction was a transvestite. And the film buff dude flipped. Like I literally insulted his sacred cow. He had an episode. He had an actual like episode from it. It was insane. It was genuinely the creepiest thing I experienced up to that point. Uma Bros. I thought her jaw looked really strong. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, I just did. I thought her jaw looked really strong. I'm used to looking at anime girls. I can't help it. She has a strong jaw. Yo, Bobby. Yeah, good night. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Bobby. Don't release near GTA 6 and we're good. I'm going to try to get 3 of 6 chapters done this year. So I think we're on track. So thank you for the encouragement, Bobby. I hope everything's going good for you too. Okay, so basically we just got to make it so that the read out and oops. Okay, so basically it fades in the combatant. What we want to do is if you have a sub, if the enemy has a sub, after they fade in, they need to then do the sub animation thing. This is gonna get a little convoluted. Charles, I think he's referring to the fact that GTA 6 is gonna underperform and crash the fucking industry for a couple months. I think that's what he's referring to. And honestly, I think that forecast might be accurate. If you think about it, Quentin Tarantino is a cinema otaku. Exactly, Anthony. That's basically the type of person I'm talking about. Cinema otaku. They're just obsessed with that culture. They live it. All right, so honestly, I'm just gonna grab a notepad real quick. So we need to enemy fades sub fades for attacking enemy sub animation on those. Sub fades back and before Death fade sub flashes red when attacked. Okay, so these are the things we have to do. The legacy companies are running on the fumes of their prior success. 100%. 100%. It's been that way for a long time. Like a really long time. Very cooked industry. I am looking forward to one mainstream game. The one mainstream game I'm kind of looking forward to is I'm curious what the new Kirby Air Rod's going to be like. I don't really like the later Smashes, but Sakurai does run a pretty tight ship as a project leader. So I expect it'll be high quality. And if it's like really focused on expanding on City Trial and shit, that sounds really good to me. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, all we can hope is that Orcastle promotes a new form of narrative-based game. Speaking of which, why the fuck did Nitro Plus release the Doll's Nest game or whatever, but like not make it a hybrid VN? Like, I heard it doesn't even have much story. Like, what's the fucking point of that? Like, that was a good opportunity to put out a, that was a good opportunity to put a VN in a form that will get more, like gamers with a Y to play it. That just seemed like a pointless waste to me. I don't understand what they're cooking. What the fuck was I gonna do? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Enemy sub fade upon appearance. Okay, so if the enemy fades in, they have a sub, then they need to do the sub animation. Okay. So here it is. The current fade doesn't equal 0. Okay. So if if the focused enemy has sub, then focused enemy dot shit. How'd the I literally forgot how to access animation. Okay, it's just animations.place up. Okay. Navigating this script has gotten really annoying. Where we at? Yeah. Animations dot play. Sub. Okay. So it plays the fucking sub thing. Let's see what happens now. Let's see what this. Let's see if this fixes. Oh shit! I just realized an issue. That's another thing I gotta fix. Switch sub sprite depending on zoom. This one will be trivial. This will be trivial to implement. In fact, I could pretty much just do it right now, but I'll do it after. That wasn't supposed to happen. Why is it doing this shit? Okay, well that didn't fix that at all. I don't understand why. Did it just not even... Did it just not even get here? One thing I'm wondering is how much Deltarune is going to sell after all. Because he's doing like a early access type thing, rather than like a per chapter type thing, it really makes you wonder like how much he's even gonna build up sales after the initial release, like after it goes on. Yeah, that didn't trigger that for some reason. Or it did actually. All right, well, first off, I gotta get rid of some of the other shit because it's distracting me. Oh shit, we don't need any of that. That can stay, this can go. This can go. What is this? This can go. That can stay, that can stay. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, because I just, at any rate, I can't help but get the feeling that there's a lot of shrinking all around in this industry. Okay, okay. It did not do it. Did not do it for some reason. Why? Why not? Undertale 2, like Deltarune or Zizzo's Undertale 2? The game maker or Undertale 2? Or the RPG maker Undertale 2? Oh, oops. I just did the wrong thing. And the game crashed, soft locked, probably because of some weird glitch, not accounting for something with the fucking shield, I'm guessing. Hopefully. Oh, wait. No, it's actually because of the... This is not rounding for some reason. Actually, a bunch of weird shit just happened at once. Okay, because there is a Deltarune, or there is an Undertale 2, and I did play it. It's unironically good. Sadly, the dude who made it doesn't seem to be making anything interesting later, but yeah, something mad weird happened. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I'm guessing it has to do with... I have a few guesses as to why that went poorly. I'm not gonna worry about it until everything else is fixed. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play it because... Yeah, Fire Spike played it. Yeah, it's funny as shit. It's just kind of genuinely just like a good experience. Like, there's a lot of compliments I could give it for like a lot of different things. I just like really fucking enjoyed playing the whole thing. I enjoyed it a lot more than I'm enjoying Deltarune so far. I actually enjoyed a lot of it more than I enjoyed Undertale itself. So. If my Toby vid unjustly bombs for some reason, then I probably won't play. I probably won't prioritize playing Deltarune 3 and 4. Oh, that's right. I gotta check. But if it gets the views it deserves, then I'm definitely gonna play it once it comes out for sure. I'll play it on stream, so we can cringe at the fucking terrible dialogue. I legit, like, a lot of people when Deltarune 2 came out, a lot of people were wondering if he let someone else write it. Yeah, I didn't even do that part, oddly enough. Oh, because it only plays that if it's a... Weird. Oh, because if you're about to attack them, it... okay, okay. Okay. I hate being video games being meta. Yeah, well, it's literally like the indie game, you know, cringe trope. It's speaking of which, this video is so fucking funny. Let me pull it up real quick. Yes. Jeff is usually not that smart, but like he struck gold with this video, and it's just like such a funny, articulate parody of shit like, you know, love JB, but shit like Braid and like, you know, just whatever, Undertale, whatever. It's so fucking funny. I don't even know if that's what he intended it to be, but that's what it ended up being. But yeah, it's super cringe, and I'm specifically making Castle with like with like a response in mind, so to speak. You know, like the way like Koki Yoshimune said like Muv-Luv was a way of expressing his disagreements with Eva. Well, that's what I'm going for. What is this? This is confusing because oh, I see, because the attack display would just handle the fade in or not of the fucking enemy. Okay, so basically we had the situation where okay, this is what we're gonna do. This is what makes the most sense. The fade in out. The fade out in out function itself will just take care of the yeah, so if basically what needs to happen is it has to fade in the... Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. It has to fade in the player. Or not the player, the enemy rather. Yeah, here. It has to fade them in. But if there's a sub, it has to Also fade that in, or it has to also do some crap. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to go by time. We're going to say if the fade time is we need a way to make sure that this doesn't happen again, though. Shit. Shit. I think we're literally gonna have to make a. I think we're gonna have to make a variable on the combatant to say if it's moved over or not. I think that's what we have to do. Yeah, exactly. There are some meta books and shit out there, I think, but like, you know, I don't think anyone gives much of a shit about it. There's that Joe Helderman quote about academics, which is his generation's quirky earthman. That's mad fucking funny. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, because it was funny because for a period I was... Oh. For a period I was so against that type of thing and whatever that like I didn't even want to do like the Yoshimune thing and like you know, include like a response even in the intent, even in the voice intent of what I'm making. But we'll say we'll use this substate. That's what we can use. Okay, all right, I got this. Yeah, but eventually after reflecting on it, I realized that like it makes more sense to try and I mean it's literally like why I'm making a Toby video in the first place. It makes more sense to proactively try to invade this space, the like conversation space that these things occupy proactively. Because otherwise, there's never going to be anyone to there's never going to be anyone to express an articulate criticism of the whole thing. Otherwise, wait, what am I? No, that's not what I want. This one. Substate. Yeah, so if the fade time is greater than, let's just say 40, then we're going to set the substate to true. Whoa. And we're going to, yeah, anim play. Well, what is this? What is this? Get shit. Oh, fuck off. Play this up. Bad books on writing tell you to write what you know. A solemn and totally false adage that is the reason there exists so many mediocre novels about English professors contemplating. That's funny as shit. God. Yeah, there's no... Yeah, exactly, Charles. Yeah. That's how I cured my depression. Legit, it's funny because like there was like literally there were people, I think I said this before, there were people like 100 years ago even like writing books about how there's like no fucking good actual books on literary theory and shit. It's insane. It's like a serious epidemic. Wait, why the fuck did it just do? Oh, because it's adding the. All right, I gotta make sure it doesn't do that. I gotta make sure it doesn't do that. So that's another thing to add. Whew. Okay, well, the thing I just tried to do didn't work for some reason. Is it because it's just not reaching this ever? Let's Let's see what the hell happens. Have I heard... In the Moby Dick 2 never hunted whales. Yeah, exactly. Ludovici. His comments on art suffering from problems with spiritual health can be applied today with minimal revision. No, you two, I'm not referring to myself. Yeah, I haven't heard of what he's talking about, but it does sound like something that makes sense. Yeah, always Charles, for sure. Always, always, always. Very, very true. I mean, the fade time shit seems to be working normally. It always reaches the same amount every time. Oops, not supposed to do that. Not supposed to do that. Oh yeah, Anthony. Yeah, well, see, you see why I've come to become very like. See, that's the real key with like Oda culture. Is that like with the actual core of Oda culture, like technique and culture, like technique and intent, technique and identity, become so close to synonyms. Like the more core Oda you get, which is like such a key difference between it and like other artistic cultures of the past. And it's one of the reasons it like, it's one of the reasons it like self cleanses. Like someone could come into, let's say, try to make anime with that mentality. Well, guess what? Like, you're not an animator anymore. You're shit tier, and you're not going to get the money, and you're not going to be able to do the cuts, and good luck. I mean, you could worm your way in, like, maybe some positions you could find. You could worm your way in, somewhere, but you're not going to last, and you're not going to worm your way up too high, and you're not going to do anything too meaningful. Right, let's see if this is even getting triggered. Yeah, that's awful shit, Anthony. Like the oh my god, that shit is so bad. It's not even, the character designs aren't even like the DMC thing. Like those are legit not anime character designs. They are let alone who's actually drawing the cuts and stuff. Fuck, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Whatever. Right now, it lets you, like, do things multiple times in a row. You're not supposed to, but whatever. Yeah, the character designs are literally not... Okay, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, it seems to be... Why is it? Shit's being weird as shit. Oh, I think I see what's happening. it's going to do the thing, but then it just doesn't even care. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, this is what needs to happen. I had my whole vision of this whole thing was just off in the first place. We want it so that the no, we don't want this. What we want is that's what we want. Okay. That's the key. yeah. Dude, it's so crazy because it's just like the amount of like home turf like bias is on display is obscene. On top of that, it's like not people like think Invincible is like a Western cartoon. It's like not even. It's entirely like Korean drawn and shit. It's just so stupid. It's just like, oh, as long as it's not anime, let's just cheer for the garbage. It's retarded. It's really sick stuff. Yeah, it's so Spider-Verse was retarded. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry anyone who likes that crap. I was not into that from day one. It's just okay, your high budget 3D bullshit, like. Yeah, Invincible looks like it sucks no matter where it came from, yeah. Spider-Verse Bros. Okay. Yeah, everything I've seen of Omni-Man was and other people who have seen it have seemed to have verified this just looks like utter absolute run-of-the-mill just like Western superhero cape shit, cartoon shit. Just they put in the violence shit, which makes it kind of like funny and cursed. But otherwise, it's just the exact same stupid shit. Okay, so when they fade in, we only want to do this if... Yeah, we only want to fade in the sub if how do you check if it is the player? Oh, active remote. Okay, we only want to fade in the sub if it's the player. That should... Let's just make sure that's working. Superheroes are Americans' pagan pantheons. Yeah, that is 100% true. All right, so we got that. Okay, so what should normally happen now is before the attack triggers, the sub should fade back in and all that shit. Okay, so we want to go to attack. Invincible came from a Western comic, which looks bad, like all Western comics after the 90s. Yeah, that thing is really nasty. That is a really nasty style. Really gross. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense, Anthony, for sure. I've looked at some of these things and they're like refined brain rot. Like Amekomi writing is like if scientists found in a lab how to make like inverse quality writing. Like normally like you learn writing to make your shit better. It's like they learned the art of making your shit somehow even like worse than it defaults to as an absolute beginner. Like they go into the negative. Like that's what like Amekomi is. That shit's insane. It's like a mental flashbang to like read one of those. It's like an actual assault on your mind. Like I have some quotes from some of them just like burned into my brain because they're like so fucked. Like this one where like absolutely incoherent shit where this like Bugman thing like eats one of the superhero's girlfriends or something, and he goes like I'm probably gonna make it sound even better than it was, but he's just like, how could you do that? She was perfect or something. And it's like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? And then he like instantly kills him, like the next panel. The superhero, he gets revenge. And then he says, it was only personal. As in like, I guess like a play on nothing personal is only person. It's like, it's so fucked that like I can't even, like you can't even begin to imagine what mind produced that. Like what fucking like, it's insane. It's just insane. It's scary stuff. Yeah, exactly. It has no story. Yeah, it's just insane. It's madness. It's absolute madness. Okay, so. All right, so does all this shit. Does all this shit. Okay. Okay. Here's where it plays the attack. However, we instead want to. Well, before we do anything, let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens if we. Let's just see what happens if we grab. Let's just see what happens if we grab all this shit. All right. Well, first, the only issue is this should be. I don't even know if this is gonna actually fix anything. So I don't know if it cares about the reset track, but we're gonna set it to that regardless. Manga Spider-Man takes. That sounds interesting. Yeah, there's like I had like one period where I investigated this whole shit, and basically what will happen is like one writer will, quote unquote writer, will come in for like, you know, several issues, and they'll like kind of make an arc out of it, but like it's kind of incoherent. It's so fucking weird. It's one of those things you just can't even describe. Like you can't even begin to fucking explain it. It's just so fucked. A friend of mine who draws for a living likes Euro comics recommended a few. I think he said early Hulk was interesting. Yeah, like if anything is going to be more interesting, it's probably going to be before the medium like totally went insane. I doubt it's like interesting, like actually like, you know, like quote unquote interesting, I'm sure, yeah. But like, you know, you're definitely not gonna catch me reading any of those, not even the old ones. Like sometimes it can be illuminating to look back at them and be like, oh, here's like some kind of older culture. Here's evidence of some kind of older culture thing. That certainly has its, you know, has its merit, I guess. But yeah, you'll never catch me looking at those things again. Like I just wanted to to kind of like research them just so I can like know what the hell they are for a bit. And I don't regret it because now I know like what they're about, but like holy shit. It's cursed stuff, very cursed stuff. And sometimes like people will recommend me them and stuff and I'm just like, nah man, no. I don't care if it's the best of the best. I'm not looking at it. I'm just not. I am done. I am done looking at Ame Komi. Oh, right. So. Yeah, Charles. It's basically a passing of fan fiction back and forth. That's probably the best way to explain it. It feels very similar to fan fiction too, in the way like you can like kind of shake up the canon, but you kind of can't. It's like really weird. And then sometimes they'll shake up the canon so dramatically that it doesn't even feel like the same story at all. But then that's official, so it has to keep going that way. It's so weird. It's really weird shit. Okay. That's what I figured would happen. Because it takes a sec to fade in. Also, not only that, but why is the sub animation not playing? What is your freaking problem? Why is this not playing? Like, it's supposed to do that shit. It's just... Oh, it must be because... Take damage is overriding it or something. But it should still move. It should still move the... Very weird. Let's just see. Let's see again. Yeah, that makes sense, Anthony. Yeah, the similarities and differences between Japanese artists, like old school manga, and Western artists, is a genuinely interesting subject to look at before they, completely, before they fully separated from each other. It's definitely like an interesting thing to examine. Like for anyone who does art, I mean, if you don't do art, it's just going to be kind of boring. But like if you do art, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting to see what was saying, what was different. How different, how same. Oh shit! What am I doing? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, I see. It interrupts before it can even get to the point of doing the... Okay, I see. So basically, it just needs some time. It needs some time to do all this stuff. So we just need to give it some dedicated time to doing that. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. We're gonna have to go nested if city. There's no reason for this to even be in an else. So we'll just kill that. Okay. Okay. So basically, the condition we're looking for is if the focused enemy has a sub or has living sub is just a sub with a with an idle animation and shit. Basically, it's kind of hard to explain, but you'll see later. And the focused enemy is in the substate. Wait, no. Okay. And then we have to wrap all this. Whoa. Where the fuck am I? Then we have to wrap all this shit. And we have to do an OR. Oh wait, we don't need any of this shit. I just realized. Basically, it's either the focused enemy has no sub, or is in the substate. Okay, that will do it. That will do it. Worst thing about superheroes that they are feds or end up working for them. Well, they're super. I definitely wouldn't say that's the worst. I would say that's a very nice. I would say that's very easy on how bad they are in other aspects to say that that's the worst thing, but it's certainly definitely extremely cringe. It's definitely extremely cringe. Because I mean, they're literally just like these. Yeah, they're super feds. Yeah. They're just these status quo machines. They're just like just shred the law. Yeah, exactly. They're just these weird like. They're these weird like worship your current corrupt status quo things. So bizarre. It's so creepy too how they'll like pretend. They'll like pretend they are like traditionally masculine and then, you know, promote the most like subversive, bizarre shit you've heard of the next second. It's so weird. Like just literally shove it down your throat with all the with all the beautiful negative quality, inverse quality. So this is where we do the shit. This is where we do all this shit. So basically, we fade the shit in. Okay. So it does all that shit. And then it does whatever. And basically, if elapsed at some point, I'm gonna right now the game is actually locked to the frame rate on a lot of things. So if you drop the frame rate, the game will go into slow motion. I actually like that as a default. Like a lot of N64 games used to do that. Instead of frame skipping, they would just the game just fucking slow mos. I like that as a default. So a lot of things are coded in the game to not use delta time, but to actually just some things use delta time, like a lot of animations and stuff. Well, like all animations almost. But there are a lot of things in the game that don't use delta time that just follow the frame rate, and that is intentional because the game is intended to be played at 60 FPS, and if it drops, it's because the computer's chugging. And if it drops, I'd rather the game slow-mo. As a default, some things I don't want to slow-mo, and I'm going to manually change them later. But anyway. I am going to put a frame skip option on in the menu, so you can just, if you're playing on a shit computer, then you hit the I am so poor, I have a shit computer option. Yes, Charles. By default, if that was the only option, it would definitely cause spur gaps. But that's why there will be a like, you know, there will be a frame independent option. There will be an option to not do that. This is just what I want as the default. So. Because I have a super shitty computer that I'm going to test the game on and stuff. And we'll, I mean, I can also just manually set the frame rate to really low and get it to feel exactly how I want. And there will be the two options. Like, Sin and Punishment on the N64 worked that way. Sumi Tobatsu. Like, basically it had an option. You can either turn frame skip on or turn frame skip off. If the frame skip's on, then it works on delta time. If the frame skip is off, then it just works on, you know, per screen update. I just like having that option better because there's a lot of cases I prefer that to work that way. So. Yeah, so anyway, that's why I'm defaulting a lot of things to that, is the point. Most animations, though, are delta time based, though. It's just a lot of, like, moving, like, things sliding around and moving around and stuff. A lot of that is tied to the actual screen updates. Because that's the other thing, too, is I don't necessarily want to always time... Like, sometimes you want things to be timed a certain way and stuff, and sometimes just allowing delta time to do its default thing is just, like, doesn't produce a game feel that feels good. Anyway. We'll make everyone happy is the point. We'll make everyone happy. Focused. Enemy dot substate equals. The boat will not be pleased when Matt installs it on his Steam Deck. We'll make sure it's we'll make sure it works, right? I heard that that actually reminds me. I heard Godot has some issues with the Steam Deck, which I'm not looking forward to. I'm probably going to have to buy a Steam Deck and manually test the game on the Steam Deck myself, and then fix certain things because I've heard that I've heard to expect Steam Deck issues with Godot, which is fucking awesome. Whoa, what the fuck? What is this shit doing? Oh, I just realized. Not happy about it either. Wow. Oh, I just realized the because it never undoes the new position, it's causing a bunch of positioning errors because it's not. Oh my god, who knew that this was going to be so retarded? Okay. All right, I think I have a good idea of what's going on right now. All right, so basically that happens as it should. Then you go to attack. Okay, that time it fucking worked. Never mind. Except. I think it's just because this is. Let's just change this to 16, see what happens. All right, for some reason that like kind of worked, but it kind of doesn't. All right, first issue is that this one's extremely easy to fix. The first issue is that the coordinate displacement from this needs to fix itself after. Which is relatively trivial. Basically, we just need to make it so that the fade out animation fixes the coordinates to the proper 214 140 coordinates before the the shit goes down. I'm not explaining it, but so the benefit is it should run on Linux if it runs on the deck. Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good to hear. Oh, that's right. I did hear that Steam Deck runs basically a Linux thing. Everyone's going to be switching to Linux soon now that like Windows 10 support is ending. Shit's getting scary. So it might just be something I have to think about altogether. JB was saying targeting multiple platforms is harder now than literally ever. Even though you'd think with these like engines and shit it makes it easier, but apparently it's harder than ever, which I definitely believe. I'm not super looking forward to that part of the process. But... okay, so basically if the... we're literally just gonna throw in a we're literally just gonna throw in if the fade time is greater than 45. It's not the player. Because basically we lost, yeah, we lost 6 coordinates, so wait, when does the substate equal false? Okay, there. Yeah, that's when we'll do it. That's when we'll do it. Yeah, so when we set this... so it was in the substate, I would argue it's necessary. Steam Deck people will have non-deck games filtered out, meaning you're more likely to be seen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Brokies with their mobile OS for sure, for sure. Yeah, that's so yeah, so you got the Unreal guy thing going. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I wonder which one's more difficult. But yeah, I will definitely keep you posted on that. And if you hear anything, definitely let me know. Oh. Can I ask if it's can I ask what you're doing in Unreal, or is it like a secret? C++ or bust is my motto. Yeah, that's a good motto, honestly. I'd probably rather do things that way. +6, and how much X do we lose? We lose 214, 3 plus 14, 17.
Wait, I just forgot. I literally just forgot the number I just said. 17. Okay, so this has to correct for. Okay. Okay. That should fix some things. Based and boomer pilled. It's like when you oh fuck. I'm not supposed to do that. Whatever. What? Why is it doing that? I don't understand. Something like mad weird about this whole thing. Should not be doing that. Oh, I think the reason it's... Oh, no, I think it's just literally... I think that's literally me just fucking up the... No, that's weird. Why is it doing that shit? Oh, it's probably just getting interrupted by... I'm pretty sure what's happening is... yeah, I know what's happening. Okay. This isn't actually necessary. Actually, no, it might be anyway, but that's actually not what's causing the issue. What's causing the issue is... It's kind of fucking convoluted, but basically... I knew implementing this was going to be a little bit annoying, but whatever. Basically what's happening is... I actually don't know exactly what's going on. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. The weird part is like why it's being retarded about. Because like what happens after this? Okay, well first off, let's just let's just get rid of the thing where the... Let's just fix the part where when you attack the sub, it does the thing it's supposed to do. So first off, we got to make it... I've noticed the problem where people announce what they're working on and never produce results like 5 years. Yeah. Yeah, that's... I mean, it's one of the reasons I like waited as long as I did to put out my devlog last year. Castle was originally conceived as a actual project, like I want to say as early as like 2022, but I had so much fucking groundwork to work on, and I had to get a little better at drawing, stuff like that. I had a lot of shit to learn, and even then, I kind of called it like a little bit early. I mean, arguably, but not like super dissatisfied with when I put that video out. But yeah, it's like crazy. Whereas like typically what most people do is like the second, like in 2022, they would have, announced the thing. I know what that's like from previous projects and shit too. I never got like too announcy about previous unfinished project stuff, but maybe like a little more than I should have been. Or I should have just finished it. It's a matter of perspective, but yeah. At any rate, I'm finally riding the wave as I should be now, but yeah. It's just so fucking hard to it's so hard to properly it's so hard to like properly know how that you're like, well, first of all, why is this the enemy zero? This is focused. It's just so hard to like actually be on a like, okay, it's better to just explain by example. For example, I had to recently take an entire week to compose like basically like 1.5 music tracks. Like one track is ready to go, the other track has its just doesn't have its like sound design done and stuff. It maybe needs a little more added to it. That was an entire week where I had to kind of go dark and just like work on a song because music is the thing I am worst at. And so it's just really hard for me to produce anything listenable at all. I have to really keep rolling the dice and really work on it and shit and get feedback and whatever. Imagine having even one more part of the project that's as difficult for me as music. Making progress would be brutally, brutally hard and unreliable. And that is why most people don't manage to get their shit done, first and foremost. It's one of the reasons, I mean, it's literally one of the reasons Deltarune is taking so long. Because Toby in his live commentary of Deltarune 1, before they announced Deltarune 2, he admitted his coding is like beyond fucked, like beyond fucked. And there's, I mean, I think I talk about this every stream, how the contents of a chest in Deltarune are somehow tied to the room you're in. I don't even understand, but it's insane. Where is the thing where enemy damage? Yeah. Okay. Alright, this should fix some things. Yes, and I do have my brother, exactly. That helps a lot. I would have to do a different project altogether if I didn't. Like a simpler project that less people would give a shit about. Yes. Interesting, Charles. French and Italian for scholarship money. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, thanks, man. For sure. I can't wait to. I'm gonna announce the. I'm gonna make a Japanese YouTube channel and stuff in the pretty damn near future too and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, thank you for the encouragement. And best of luck to all your stuff too. But yeah, music's just such a fucking track. Like I like music a lot, but like I don't like sucking at it, and I don't know why she's doing that jagged motion when that happens, but at least those parts fixed. Something weird is happening where the attack animation is straight up not even playing. Something must have gotten passed over. Oh, I think I know what's going on. I have some ideas, Wolfie.gif. I have never seen adding something to this game make such a mess. Like, this is legit the worst. Usually, usually it is so much simpler than this. Yeah, a whack OST absolutely ruins a game, which is a good reason why. I mean, which is a good thing why I did find a guy who can help me with it and shit. It's not gonna be, it's not gonna be the selling point of the game, but I'm confident it will not bother people, and even complement it to an extent. I mean, I literally just won't put it on sale until I'm positive that, the soundtrack is doing the right things. Also, when I get more of a budget and stuff, I have some names. Got some names. Got some names I wanna hit up. This is so fucking confusing. Alright, we're gonna have to... We gotta see, is this... If enemy does not have sub, or the enemy's in the sub state. Let's just see what the fuck's happening here. Let's see what the fuck is happening. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, Toby knows his way around music very well, and it's one of the things I actually do mention in the video. It's crazy because he did successfully he did successfully translate. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, okay, all right. Well, this explains a fuck ton. Look at this bullshit. Why is it not doing that? Why is it not going to the... Something is totally fucked. Oh. Oh my god. I don't even want to tell you. I don't even want to tell you what just happened. Because it's so retarded. Yeah, he successfully translated his ability to make moods in music to one thing, no matter how, like, cringe and amateur, like, he's getting with the... Alright, we're getting warmer. We're getting warmer. We are getting warmer. You know, no matter how cringe he's getting with the music, or not the music, the writing and shit in Deltarune 2, one thing that he still holds on the ability to, and it's totally enabled by the music because he does everything music first, is he can still move between moods very articulately. And that's a huge advantage. That's like a huge advantage over the competition. Yeah. People say Toby plagiarism. It's funny because I have no strong opinions on like the music thievery shit because I'm just not good at music enough. The one place with Toby and music thievery that I'm like, what the fuck with is the Kirby Block Ball one. Like, if you don't know it, look it up, the Kirby Block Ball thing. That one is like indefensible. The rest of them though are perfectly understandable. Yeah, Charles. It is one of my Oda Clinic dudes that's contributing. And we'll get more people for sure. We will make sure it's listenable. What the fuck was I doing? Oh, yeah. Now we got to get to the bottom line of... Now we got to know why the animation is all quirked up when it happens in this context. Why? Yeah, why does it do that? Oh, well, the fact that... Oh, because stop blink isn't off. Why the fuck did stop blink go away? Why did stop blink go away? Why did stop blink go away? I don't care that it went away. I'm actually happy it went away. I just don't know why it's... I just don't know why it went away. I don't remember where it went away. Maybe it happens automatically when the characters fade? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to trust me of weeks ago. The Live Alive one, I think, is nonsense. The only one I've heard that's like straight up dicey is the block ball one, because it goes on for several measures. Like it's like four measures of melody with nearly zero change. So that one's a little bit what the fuck, but the rest seemed fine to me. One thing he does do is he uses Doctor. He uses some melodies from Doctor straight up, which is like gray zone because Doctor was a song in Homestuck, and they kind of agreed to like share music. So that's kind of like a gray zone one. It's kind of like he kind of has the right to use it, but he. So that one's kind of like a weird one. But yeah, the rest of them are admittedly reaches, especially knowing how music works and to the small extent I do. Like, I think I would say that okay, now it's totally shit the bed. Even though stop blink is, so it's not blinking's fault. It's not blinking's fault. Then what is it the fault of? What is it the fault of? Hold on a sec. Okay, what the hell is causing this? If it's not the stop blink, well, because normally you would think it's the. Yeah, exactly, Charles. Yeah. I I like the process of trying to come up with melodies. I'm not super good at it, but I do like enjoy the process because it is very similar to trying to come up with like a plot and a story. I just wish I was a little better at it. Actually, it's funny. My music dude, he did make this one track that was kind of like a half joke. It actually sounds really good. Like a battle track, and it has like quotes, like half quotes, like semi quotes, like references to like a bunch of shit in it from like other. It's like not enough to call it like plagiarism, but it's clearly enough to like hearken to it. And so when I put the battle demo out, I'll make it so that you can unlock that track and you can select it and you can play it just for the first battle demo release, just because I want people to hear it because it went pretty hard. But we're not gonna use it in the actual thing. Fuck. All right. All right. Let's get to the bottom of this. Something is overtaking the. Well, I mean, something is just straight up not even letting the sub animation play properly altogether, which is really fucking weird. Oh. Oh, shit. I think I just realized. I think I finally realized what's causing this shit. Okay, maybe I didn't actually. I don't know. Yeah, that's such a classic. Such a classic. I have looked at Gen 1 music a bit. It's one of my favorite things to look at because it's just the three Game Boy channels. And it's like super classical. It's like very in the spirit of like Bach and shit. Sounds better in my opinion than Bach. I don't dislike Bach, but I prefer Gen 1. So it's just like mad good. It's just mad good stuff to study. Okay, let's see. No, I mean that's okay. That time it decided to like kind of work, and then okay, now it's going weird. What the hell is this thing's issue? I just don't understand why it's doing that. I genuinely don't. All right. Well, my first theory's dead. Let's just keep seeing. Let's just keep seeing what's happening. At some point, it's gonna make sense to me what the hell's going on. Oh, and that was another. That's another graphical thing that's not supposed to happen. God, there's so many fucking little things. That's a really rare one too. All right, something is interrupting the animation from properly playing out. Oh, let's try this. For starters, let's just increase the. Oh shit! Fubo. We're just trying to do some like bug fixing right now. It's actually kind of lame what we're doing right now, but if I can't, okay, for some reason some animation is trying to vie for this one, and I think now that I think about it, I'm starting to think it is just the blink. I think the way I implemented stop blink is not actually doing what it's supposed to do. Stop blink is supposed to make it just exit it instantly, which is weird. Let's see if blinking is the culprit. Yeah, if I can't fix this in like 10 minutes, I'm probably just gonna get off, maybe eat some shit, and then look at it again. I'm not sure I want video record of me. Wait, what am I I'm like losing my mind now. I want to say didn't stop. Okay. No, Woda cannot code at all. He does one thing and it's trying. I think he should learn one day, and I think he should do them as brain exercises to keep his brain young, to keep that part of his brain young. Fuck, what am I doing? But yeah, he doesn't do it at all. The coding on what the fuck? It didn't. I think that just I wasn't checking the number, but I'm pretty sure that proves that the thing's fucking up. Oh wait! I just realized that. I think it still runs the blink for the player character even when they're off screen. Oh shit, what am I doing? This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, and here it works. Here it's working fine. Okay, 1137. Yeah. It's and then it glitches. Not only does the blink totally glitch out, but then it gay baby jails us with this weird floating point shit. It just completely shits the bed. Something is not happy. Something with the animations are colliding with each other and causing some weirdness to happen. So basically, this is supposed to say focused enemy on all these. I'll just change that later. Don't worry about that for now. What's this? I'm thinking. How long have I been on? I haven't even been on for 4 hours. What the fuck? Let's see. I do have to record the video and shit too, which is another reason why I might get off, because I'll definitely be on tomorrow, and I should have this bug fixed tomorrow. But let's give it 5 more minutes, because I did want to record the video today before I go to sleep. Wait a sec, did I? Let's look at all the instances of stop link. If stop link. Yeah, I'm gonna stop and think about this for, because I want to actually. I'm getting into that like overlooking what's right in front of you mode. So I will get off now. I will absolutely be on, and hopefully be on for more than like 4 hours tomorrow. Because my biggest goal right now is just to get the demo out. But yeah, thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Fumo, for showing up. Charles, everyone else. I will 100% see you tomorrow. So we will be back on for sure. And with this bug fixed. Because it really shouldn't be that hard. I mean,